I thought this mimight be a good way to start off the pod. I'm sending love cause we ain't promised shit, my nigga. I wanted to play that in the beginning of this pod for two reasons.
I don't even know if you can. Yeah. What are the two reasons?
One of the reasons is, are you the J. Cole of esports? You've somehow, and I don't want this to turn right into Halo right away, but you somehow, and you can tell me your opinion. Have you gotten better fucking 13 years later? We were listening to this song before the podcast, and I was like, bro, J. Cole might try to think of any other artist who's gotten better 13 years fucking later. So I was like, bro, and we were having you on today.
You're not
I was
just
like, is
listening to their old
motherfucking
shit.
J. Cole of esports? Would you agree?
Who's Drake?
Who's Drake?
Well, we haven't thought of it that far.
That's what you're concerned about. Wait.
And then the second part is, we haven't talked about like the Drake beef and all that with you. I know it's months ago, but I guess, are you still getting better?
I think I am. I think there's certain aspects of like my gameplay that I'm like getting better.
Like what?
With like like wanting to win so bad in comparison to how badly I wanted to win when I first started playing. Like when you first start playing and you make it to the pros and you're surrounded by all the people you look up to forever, you want to win obviously, but like you're kind of just happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just like happy that you're like, you're accepted into the pro player meetings and you're like
my career.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're like just kind of okay with, meeting your idols and like showing them that you're good.
You lose to Roy and Lunch.
Yeah,
you're like,
it's Roy and Lunch though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you lose to them and you're like, I mean, it's whatever. I still did my thing. I'm 15, 16 years old. Like nowadays it's like I'm supposed to be like the guy. You know what I mean? Like especially in the Halo events. Like I got all these kids that are like, they're looking up to me the way I looked up to Roy, and like, I'm supposed to be like formal, like that guy that's done all the shit that they've watched the whole time, like when they're kids. So like losing to me now is like, it's like a way bigger deal to me, than it used to be. So I think that like it's developed my gameplay to be like, like not only am I trying to win and do well from my POV and for like my team and stuff, like, but I'm also trying to do like out of game stuff to help my team win, like making sure the vibe's right, making sure everyone's on point for the match, like ready for a final. I mean, like take that with a grain of salt because we got second so many fucking times. Like I guess I'm not doing that good of a job.
Well, I mean, it's fucking,
but like it's fucking hard, man. It's so hard to like try to motivate others around you to like be great. You know what I mean? Like that's really what I've just like reflected on this whole year. It's like you can't force it. You can't.
And obviously your teammates want to be great.
Yeah. I'm sure.
But
I'm
do you
sure
feel
they do.
you're at a point right now where it's like, it's either I win and I'm happy, or I don't win and I'm like, this is just because you're not going to win every event.
I feel like that's the
But is it like
that's the
you
thing,
can't
though.
even
It's
be
like,
happy with second?
Yeah,
at
no,
this
I'm
point in
not
your
happy.
career?
I'm not happy with second. Like, I'm not happy with confetti falling on me as I'm packing my shit up. You know? Like that's like the worst feeling. And like I just think that I take it a lot harder than any of my teammates throughout the whole year. Like just seeing the reactions or like the Sunday nights, like I just have so much like hate and like my rants, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just different.
Like they're going to the hotel bar at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I mean
getting
like
some drinks, and you're sitting in your hotel like, fuck.
Fuming.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're just different people,
Well, they're also, and that's not to make your teammates sound any sort of way. That's just where you're at in your career.
Yeah,
where
I'm
it's
just like, I just take it really heavy. Like, I don't know how many years I have left, so I'm like trying to get as many wins as possible. And it's like every time I lose an event, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, how many more events do I have left? Like,
is it weird being in that like at where like LeBron is now or where Brady was, where you're like every single time the year ends, people are looking at you like, what are you gonna do? Because like this is probably the first time in your career you've dealt with that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely definitely a lot of questions. Like, and I wish I had answers. Like, truthfully, if I knew, I would tell you guys like what exactly I want to do. But like right now, I don't know what I want to do. Like, they did announce another year of Halo, which is like cool. But like, this year of Halo wasn't very fun. Didn't feel like there was much going on. Didn't feel like anyone really gave a fuck anymore. Like the first year of Halo, felt like a lot of the community, just and gaming as a whole, was watching.
Yeah.
And this year it was kind of just like, you know, you get to a final, it's a little hype, but you lose. Not many people really give a fuck. Not many people really give a fuck who wins. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm just like in a point in my career where like I want to feel like I'm like, you know, doing something that matters, and I don't know what exactly that entails for the next few years, but do I think I can still compete? Fuck yeah. Like I'm not like getting shit on in a final or getting shit on by like any of these teams, you know? So it's like, I've always said like, I'll stop playing when I feel like I'm just like costing my team.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why I stopped playing COD. I just felt like I was just like costing, not putting like my best foot forward. And now it's like, I'm like every tournament I walk away from, I'm like, dude, I was fucking shitting.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You know? Like,
yeah.
like I'm like telling myself I'm playing good enough to win the event, and then I just don't win the event. It's like, then it's like a whole nother level of like self-reflection. And I'm like, okay, what else could I have done better? What else could I have done to like help my team win? And then you come to the realization, like maybe like it just wasn't in the cards, but it's like, how many fucking times can you say that before like you start thinking like it's you know, even if you're playing good. That's just who I am, you know? So it's, I don't know, definitely a lot of time now to reflect and think about what I want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy that you got to a point in your career where it's almost like you can't be happy unless you fucking win.
Oh yeah.
And after how many like years do you think that, like towards the end of your COD career, do you think that's how your mindset was? Like, we're not even close to winning. Fuck this shit. I've lost all momentum. Then you switch into Halo, and it's like, all right, it's back to fucking winning.
Yeah. Towards the end of the COD, it was definitely that feeling like, okay, I'm not even fucking trying to win these events.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just like okay with getting, you know, top 4, top 3, and then going back and then like just chilling with the team and like, you know what I mean? Like it was just a different version of myself that slowly, my competitive edge just like slowly regressed, and it was more so just being like a vibey teammate for whatever reason. But then, yeah, when I switched to Halo, there was just like a lot more pride involved, I think, at that point. Because like in COD, I kind of just like did everything I wanted to do. You know, like I won like every tournament you could win. And it was like, once you get to that point, it's like, fuck, okay. Do you want to try to do it twice? Okay, I'll try to do it twice. And then it's like, once you get let down a few times in a row and then the league switches to online, it's like all these things just like added up to where I was just kind of just chilling. But yeah, once I went to Halo, that competitive side took over again. The vibey thing was still there, but like I just wanted to fucking win. Like wanted to just win with whoever the fuck was going to be on my team. Like I was going to like make them winners. Like no matter what, I was going to win. And that's how it was the whole first year of Halo. And then I think one big part of my like faults as a player is like once I prove it to everyone, you know, once I go back to Halo, win Worlds, everyone's like, holy shit, this is like insane. It's like you just get that complacency like feeling where you can still win events, you know, like we still won Charlotte off the rip, but like, did I feel like I was the same player person at that point? No. And that's only a few months later than Worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Like we won, but it was cool and whatever. Like I wanted to beat that FaZe God squad, whatever. But like you just slowly just start getting complacent. And like I said, like I like feeling like everyone's watching. Like I like feeling like the whole community's watching, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like a whole COD community was watching that Worlds, the first Worlds. And you look at the one that just happened, it's like, I'm sure some did.
I feel like a lot of us were. Like
Yeah,
I felt like it was.
I mean, OpTic players,
if you make it to finals and formals in it, like you're watching.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true, but I don't know. It just felt different.
Did it feel like you won the first Worlds, then you say you kind of lost a little?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I've been like that since, because okay. The only events I'm referring to really is like Arlington, second year Arlington, and the DreamHack event. Around those two events, I just like kind of wasn't myself. I was playing World of Warcraft, like just fucking off.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, shit.
Yeah. But then I stopped it right before, you know, Salt Lake and Worlds, and was going hard as shit. Like we won Dallas. Yeah, there was 3 events. So it was like it was Salt Lake, Dallas, Worlds in 2022. And we lost Salt Lake, got 4th, fucking frying. And I'm like thinking, I'm like back into it. We get 4th. I'm like, whatever, fuck it. Next event we win. I get MVP. I'm like, okay, bet. This is like right trajectory. Let's go. It's like win Worlds again. Get all the way to the finals, go up 2-0, lose 8-2. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, thought we were all ready to get this back-to-back ring.
It's fucking
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
man.
like, dude, like, fuck. And it just like switched up 2-0 in the final. Now it's over. You just lost 8 maps straight and it's over. You're just like, the fuck? Team change happens. You think you get a resurgence as a team, and then you go down, you get second. It's just like, dude, fuck.
Well, let's go back to when you say you lost, was it like 8 maps in a row?
I think it was 8 maps in a
y'all
row.
were in winners, and then they came from losers, so they had to beat you twice, but they were just winning every single map.
Yeah.
What was your mindset during, because obviously you make it through winners. You're sitting backstage like, we're winning this fucking event.
Yeah, we
like,
reverse sweep SSG winners finals. Like, I'm thinking like, dude, this is a fucking winning sim. Like, we just reverse sweeped SSG like in winners finals, like at Worlds. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is exactly how you want to go into a final. Like, holy shit, we got so much momentum. Then you go up 2-0 against FaZe. Now we won 5 maps straight. We need 2 maps left. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's the mindset when obviously you're in grand finals, you came from winners, SSG comes from losers, they got to beat you twice in the series, and then it just like first series starts off, they're just up 3-0. What's your mindset when you're in finals and SSG is sort of just winning maps?
Like this past one? You're talking, because I'm talking about year 2. You're talking about year 1.
Year 2
we lost to FaZe.
Oh, I'm thinking about year 1.
We played Cloud9 in finals year 1. Lost first series 4-1. Won second series 4-0.
Oh.
Second year we go up 2 over FaZe, lose 8 maps straight.
Well, I guess even in year 1 or whatever, what is the mindset of like, you should be winning this event, but SSG's just, because SSG, did they have Legend on that team?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Year 1? No. Legend didn't even play year 1 champs.
Why don't I think this fucking event was not that? But what's your mindset when you think you should be winning this event and a team's just winning maps and it's frustrating, and are you like not letting yourself get frustrated at all?
You don't like,
you'll handle all that stuff playing after.
Like, there comes a time in a series where like here's 2 examples. One example is when we're down 3-0 second set in last year's finals against FaZe. We just lost the first series. We're in second series. We're down 3-0 in the series. They're up 2-1 in King of the Hill Recharge. Or like 2-3-0 in King of the Hill Recharge. It's mathematically impossible, but there's 2 minutes left on game clock. They're going to spawn trap us for 2 minutes straight. And you're just sitting there for 2 minutes just like dying, and you know it's over. And
that was the last map for the series.
And you're just like, dude, like you're having those thoughts mid-game because you realize it's like over, and you're just like, this is the worst fucking feeling ever. Last event, playing SSG, game 7, Recharge Slayer, like down by 9 kills. They need like 3 kills. Like you just know like they're gonna trade, they're gonna kill us. Like I'm trying to get kills, but you just know it's like over. Like,
wait, the Recharge Slayer that you just played?
Yeah. They were up like 47 to like 36.
Well, was that the map that there was like some?
Yeah, there was a reset, but like whatever. Like,
but did you see like you saw like the scoreboard?
You're talking about the recharge ball, but yeah, where they flipped the score. Yeah, we didn't even notice in the game, like for whatever reason. All 4 of us didn't notice.
That was recharge ball.
Yeah, that was game 4.
I was thinking that was.
Y'all have Fortnite and control ish, but it's. I mean, it's the resets are like. I can imagine as a player, you guys can't even think about that. We definitely didn't get checked by that this event. I wouldn't blame it on resets at all. It didn't really affect us that much. Like we kind of just said like fuck it, whatever. Because like I don't know, you just can't get checked at Worlds, you know. But like holy shit, they got to fix that.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know if it's even possible.
Wow, yeah, how?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the various reasons were that there was game crashes, but I mean that's another thing about Halo. Like, I don't know.
So you guys got 4th the last 4 events.
6 events.
You got second 6 events in a row.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Exactly.
And in your head, that's just nothing to be proud of.
Nothing to be proud of.
I was telling my chat because we were like, fuck, second at Worlds, whatever. And I was like, what's crazy is if I got second at Worlds, it'd be I turn my stream on the next day, it's a fucking celebration.
Yeah.
But with Formal, it's just like, especially how good you've been playing lately, it's just like,
yeah.
We were, everyone, like sitting here doing the watch party all weekend, just even seeing how you started off the event Friday, you're fucking shitting. And I even mentioned it then, and I mentioned it on the watch party, and gave a little speech of just like how insane it is to see someone like Formal. You started dominating it like in like 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were running shit then and becoming like a household name, and like Formal is one of the best players in the game. And then to still see that 13 years later is just fucking insane. I'm like, this has actually never been seen before. Like, am I tripping? Or there's never been a player, because everyone sort of does like the Ogre 2 where they're still on pretty good teams, and I always bring up Ogre 2, and I feel like it's like I'm throwing shots
really
at him,
rip it into
especially if we bring up like who's number one.
You really do.
But like Ogre 2 towards the later of his career, that motherfucker found the Royal 2, a Snakebite, a Roy,
Pistola,
a Pistola, Fear Itself. Like, it's like he would find these people, and not to say he's over there getting shit on, but it's like statistically he's dropping off a little bit. Individually skill-wise, he's dropping off a little bit. But for you, it was just
kill tack finals.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like you could okay, that's one part of, like, that's one side of the card, right? But then the other side of the card could say like Ogre 2 is also better than me at like elevating his teammates around him. You know, like maybe he's just better at helping them reach their max potential. Like that, those are the things I think about. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even thinking about like I'm like hoping. Trust me, I'm hoping to get carried to a fucking ring. Yeah. Like I'm hoping that some young kids just come up and just pull me to a ring, and I'm like, bet, dude, this is your time. Like you can be the all-star. You know, I don't want to have to drop a kill tack in a final. Like I don't want to do that. It's obviously nice when it happens, but like we still lost that map. You get that kill tack, you're just pissed. Like bro, I'm in a grand finals up 3-1, and at champs against this God squad. And I'm asking, where's the Killtrocity in the comms, and then I lose that map. You understand like how that feels like when you lose that map, and you're like, and you ask what the game 6 is. It's Plaza King. I'm like, all right, haven't beat them on that all year. Like they just shit on us on it. Like now it's game 7, and it's just like that fast. You were up 3-0. You're thinking it's like your chance to actually reset the bracket, and then all just flips. Like there's just so many like questions and thoughts after you lose a series like that. Like not only could I have played better, sure. Could everyone else on my team play better, sure. But could I have also maybe said some things that maybe like could have elevated everyone a little more, or like made them believe it a little more? Like, and then there's also a part of me that thinks like nothing I could have done would have helped. Like, there's like so many thoughts, bro. It sucks. It's hard. It's really hard.
What about this SSG squad? Because they've been just fucking annoying. Every time I see them playing someone, I'm like, SSG is looking good. Every time it puts on one of their fucking POVs, it's like they're playing good as fuck. What is this? And you don't even have to hype them up, but what have they done, especially in the past year? I mean, obviously picking up Legend, but like, how did they become such a consistent, just fucking good team?
Just momentum players, man. Like, it's not the first time I've seen it. It's not the first time. It's not the last time we'll see it. Like, when you're giving players like Bound, Legend, Stellar, like PIV wins around the map, where they're just getting gunfight wins, and it's slowly building and building and building, and you get shit on a few times in a row. Now you have to deal with completely different players than you were the first 3 games. Like, the first 3 games we're winning. I'm like not getting hype at all. I'm turning to my teammates after the games and saying like, yo, let's just keep playing how we're playing. These guys are fucking tweaking right now. Like they're tweaking. Just let it happen. Like let us just keep playing the way we're playing. And when you give those type of players like max confidence, it's like then you'll see like when it's swapping POVs, and it looks like every one of them are shitting. It's
and
because like
sliding
we've lost
at you with the no scope.
Exactly.
And shit
like
now.
it's like you give momentum players momentum. Like there's other players like Renegade, Frosty. Like you give players like that a couple wins in a row, it's just a whole different beast you have to deal with. And I know I understood that. I don't know if my teammates fully understood that, like to the point where I'm thinking like, fuck, these gunfights are getting a lot harder now. Like I'm still winning them, but I'm noticing like they're getting really turned in these gunfights now. You know what I mean? Like they're doing a little extra that they weren't doing, a little extra sauce in the gunfight that you weren't seeing at the beginning of the series. Where I'm just like, it's the problem. Like I'm thinking like, yo, is someone like who's getting shit on?
Yeah.
Like, this kid thinks he can do this now. Like that's like my thought kind of in the middle of the gunfight.
Yeah.
Where like I'm never gonna say that out loud, but I'm thinking that. I'm like, okay, who's getting shit on this guy? Because this guy was like checked as fuck.
Yeah.
1 game ago.
Who the fuck gave him his confidence?
Yeah,
back?
like it's things like that irritate me. Because I'm like, you lose a gunfight, I don't really give a fuck. But you lose 10, now I kind of care.
Yeah.
Because now you're just dealing with different players and it's a whole different series, it's a whole different team.
You felt like throughout the season they were just
it's just
getting that event by event. People started choking.
Dude, it seems like Eco just sends them out like Pokemon.
Oh, he does, dude. He does. I mean, Eco, I'm not going to say Eco's a free gunfight because he's not.
I also had a question about that.
Yeah, he's not a free gunfight by any means. Like, he's very good too, but he's also really smart, and he does send them out, you know? Like his, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. Because like, that's what I wish I was doing.
Like it's... Do you also look at that? Because you're saying a lot of stuff that doesn't have to do with the gameplay of like getting your teammates' mindsets right. And
yeah, because I know how important it is compared to just having them shoot straight.
You think Eco has them on like a super confident?
No, I'm not going to say Eco's doing all that for them.
Okay.
I would say Eco plays a part, but I would say those 3 players are naturally just going to be gifted no matter what throughout a series. Like Legend is like insane, Bound's insane, Stellar's insane in all different ways, you know? Like you fight Stellar, he's going to walk at you, he's going to 5 you, but if you 5 him first, you'll kill him, right? That's like how you kill Stellar, because he's just going to keep fighting you until one of you die.
Yeah.
But he's just such a good shooter that he just like keeps going, and he's just like, fuck it. He'll do it again the next life.
Like if you miss, you're dead.
Yeah. Legend is like, he's going to fight you, but in the middle of the fight, he's going to G-slide randomly. You know what I'm saying? He'll trade you at the very least.
That
like,
shit gets me every time.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll go for that every time. Like it's a hard gun fight. Like he's not going to miss either, and he's fast as fuck. Like that's why he's so good for that team. Like, and then you have Bound, who's like gonna get cracked in a gunfight. He'll miss a few shots here and there, but like for the most of the part, like most of the time he's 5ing you. Like it's just like, yeah, it's fucking annoying, dude. It's really annoying. It's really hard to beat, but it's not unbeatable. Like, do I think it's unbeatable? Fuck no. Do I think we could have beat them easily?
Yeah. And I think we all agree.
Yeah, it's just like fuck, dude. That's the worst part. Is that like now they look like this God Squad. When I know how beatable they are.
Because when we're up 3-0, I was like, we're looking fucking good.
Yeah.
But then once that starts switching, it's like, damn, SSG's looking fucking good.
Yeah,
that's just
and I just don't
goes.
understand where that switch is, dude. Like, like that's the part that eats me alive. I'm like, what happened? Like in just 2 games, it's like.
As noobs, we sit up here and we're like, oh, but the maps, I think this map might favor SSG. Do you even think of it? Is it just like whoever's playing better?
The only one that favored SSG really was the Plaza King. That was our worst game type all year. Like, we've never been good at Plaza. They've always been really fucking good at Plaza. Slayer and King of the Hill, we almost beat them winners finals in Slayer, but like,
some of that is the commentary though, because I think one of the commentators said, you know, like if the OpTic could and should go up 3-0, but then it gets difficult. So everyone,
I think Wes said that. I was like, OpTic's favored for the first 3 maps, but SSG's favored for the 4. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not really looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like whoever's playing the best is going to be winning.
Yeah, like
these
once
maps.
You're up 3-0, it's like you're in the driver's seat. Like it doesn't matter what map you're playing. Like I'm confident on every map, and especially like a recharge ball. Like that's one of our best game modes. Livefire Slayer, one of our best. It's probably our best Slayer. And Recharge Slayer is like another good one, not our best, but like it's a good one. The only game type I was like, fuck, was like the Plaza King. But like Livefire Slayer, we should win. Like we should win that. That's our best Slayer. We're up 3-1 in the series. Like this is it. This is to extend the bracket. Like let's just win this real quick. Go to the back, fucking regain. We have a fresh series. Like, oh man, yeah, it sucks, dude. It sucks.
Yeah, you can see it's like a different vibe out of you. Like you can see the passion and almost, I don't want to say anger, but frustration.
It is anger. Like getting second the way that we got second every event this year. Like we went through winners, we went through losers, had a fun losers bracket run just to get stomped in the final. We had a good losers run just to get 2 games in the final and get stomped. We had the 3-0 lead, we get stomped. We lost 2 best of 7s. Like it's just so fucked, man. fucked. We were in such a good position to win so many events this year, and we just blew it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, I will say I like where your mind's at, because towards the end of your COD career, I saw you kind of like just not really caring.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I saw you sometimes like
I haven't seen you like this.
You would lose
since
and you're
the
like,
Dynasty
fuck.
Team.
You'd hop
Not
on
that
World
it's
of
a great
Warcraft
thing.
or something. But like, it is good to see, and somehow your mindset still being like this, and fucking 13, 14 years later from your first event. It's kind of good to see. It's not what we want to see, because obviously we want to see you happy, thriving, winning,
smoking, watching fun movies.
Yeah. TikTok.
Yeah, no, trust me, I want to see that too. It's it's a lot, man.
Where do you think this? Oh, actually, I want to talk about Eco.
Okay.
Because I've mentioned Eco's name before, and
we talk about Eco every pod, by the way. I don't know why we just do.
I don't, because he fucking.
I don't even know if he knows.
He blows my mind because it hardly ever shows Eco's POV, but then when it does show Eco's POV, I'm like, and this is no disrespect, Eco. I know this next sentence I'm about to say is disrespectful, but it's almost like watching my POV. And I know that was disrespectful, and I don't technically mean it like that, but he plays slower. He just doesn't seem like a Halo Infinite player. And maybe I'm just an idiot because I'm not in the...
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not scrimming. I'm not seeing the stats all the time. I'm not playing late night matchmaking against him or anyone else. But everyone seems fucking cracked.
Yeah, we even asked Shotzi, like if
even
you were to
Dead
pick,
Zone seems cracked.
If you were to play on SSG, who would you replace? And Nick's thinking he's going to say Eco, and I think he said Legend, or I think he said Bound. Well, either Legend or Bound. And
yeah,
Nick
but he
like,
didn't
what?
say Eco. And I was like,
that might also be part because he's won Worlds with Eco.
That's true. Yeah.
But what makes Eco fucking good? I know I'm not even trying to throw shots. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm throwing shots. Eco, you're my boy. Congratulations. I've always actually liked your playstyle as a player. I'm done defending myself now. But what makes Eco so good and so good for that team? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's tough to say. Like, if I think about it, like if I replaced Eco on that team, would we still win as much as they won? Maybe.
I would think of it as like, that'd be a nasty fucking team.
I know, but I also don't know if that's true. Like, I don't know. Maybe we get shit on every event. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what Eco does. I know
kind of like that FaZe squad. Like they pick up Renegade, and you think they're going to win. They're going to be in every final, and then they
that's literally what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really know until you're there for every online scrim, and you're there for every loss that they take, and granted it was only a few. Like, you don't know what he's saying behind the scenes. You don't know if he's saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a cool guy, and like I don't fucking know. I don't know Eco that well. I know him like enough to know that he's like a mature, somewhat leader of that team. Maybe he is thinking like his gameplay doesn't really matter, like how it looks or how straight he's shooting, as long as he's keeping these like 3 pups like chained like properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't know what exactly he thinks about it, like how he thinks about it, but he's obviously doing something right. Because he's definitely a vocal leader for that team, and he definitely tries to understand what's going on the map, like every time he spawns, and try to get damage for this guy because he sees how far he's just pushed up and blah blah blah. But I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's bad. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's amazing. I don't know. But he's definitely doing something right.
Yeah. So with all I know right now it's tough to think about your future with how frustrating this entire year has been. And usually if you say it's been a frustrating year, usually it'd be like you got a top 6, a top 8, top 4, you only got the finals once. But I would say, and of course you wouldn't, that getting second, how many times you get second?
6 in a row.
6 in a row is fucking crazy.
Like with 2 champs like in there.
See, it's hard for me to even say like that's something to be frustrated about, but obviously someone as fucking elite as you are, you need to be winning, or it's that or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, you say you're feeling just like anger and
I think can I word your question?
Yeah.
For your next decision, rank this in priority of what's most important: money, legacy, or your personal happiness.
I would say happiness is first.
Damn.
I would say legacy is second and money's third.
Okay.
Yeah, this year just wasn't very fun. Like, finals aside, like just the event locations, the events, feels, the environments, the travel, like felt like a lot of the events were just like AGL, like pack-a-punch AGLs, you know, like London, Atlanta, like Salt Lake was pretty good. I would say it was probably the best major. It had the most major feel. I would say Arlington was like, even though it was our event, like I'm going to be straight up. Like it wasn't like, didn't feel like a, you know, I just think that stadium doesn't have a real major feel. It has more of a COD feel. You know, with like the one match a day, like you go to the stage, you play your match. It's not like a Halo event, like main stage. You know what I'm saying? Who else would go? Atlanta was just like shit. London was like almost unacceptable how bad it was in terms of just
was that where
the environment.
Is that where fans were literally like right circling around y'all when you were playing?
I mean, like weird. The stage was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like the face to face is cool. I fuck with that. But with how close fans were, not me, but I saw other teams. I saw Pure getting yelled at by Quadrant fans, like basically as far away from here as, you know, screaming at them.
Quadrant fans too.
Quadrant fans just screaming at Pure while they're playing Quadrant, losing to Quadrant, getting knocked out, like just like
that's ridiculous.
It's like ridiculous. Yeah, there was just like a lot of like, I don't know, it just it was fucked. Who else did we go? Atlanta, Salt Lake,
the Seattles.
Yeah, I mean, the Seattle event's always going to feel like Seattle, right? They haven't switched like anything up with any of those. So like it's whatever, Worlds or whatever. I was just thinking back to the majors. Yeah, they're okay. Like the events were okay, but like I said, I just want to feel like I'm like a part of something like big, you know, and like this year just didn't really fulfill that. So, but I still wanted to win. Like that's where like my happiness goes aside for a second, and I'm just thinking about winning and just like trying to stack some chips and like build a legacy, and like the money's like always going to come third because like we're always going to be fine. But it's like, it's just one of those things where, you know, I'm never going to be happy with second. Like we made, you know, 50 grand last weekend each from second, and I'm sure someone on the team or maybe multiple people are happy with that. But like I just wanted to get fucking first, you know, like I wanted to get first and stand there and fucking on the stage afterwards and have the confetti fall on us, you know, the green confetti. Like I want that moment. I want that fucking picture. I want that video. I want like everyone to see that we did it. And like, I don't know, that's just who I am. I don't know. I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a little psychotic about it now, but definitely sucks.
What about as far as practice during all season?
I would say our practice off the rip was
like, is it fucking annoying?
No. Would I say we were a little like OD on the theater mode towards the end of the year? Sure, but like,
whose idea was that?
I mean, everyone's. Okay. I wouldn't say one person. I mean, like, it's definitely good to go over theater.
Lunchbox.
I think. Nah.
Get the fuck in here. Look at this.
I think that going over theater is definitely helpful. I think we were making strides in certain areas of our gameplay that was directly from theater. So I'm not going to say it was a waste of time because it wasn't. Would I say we spent a little too long on each map? Maybe, but either way, like the theater did help. So I'm not going to say it was a bad thing. I don't know. I'm just like, the scrim schedule is still fine. Like one scrim a day later in the day is like totally fine with me. That's something I've always liked about Halo. It's not as serious as COD to where you're getting up at 11, playing from 11 till 4.
What is it? Just one scrim a day?
Just like one scrim a day. Yeah.
And you don't really mind that at all?
No. Like it's something fun. Like it's fun because like matchmaking isn't very like playable. Yeah. That's one thing I've hated about Halo this whole year is like matchmaking just makes you a lot worse. And I think the more matchmaking you play, you just build like worse and worse habits. I think it's actually something that's always plagued our team, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, overall the year, like the practice was whatever. It was fine. I think we actually had really good practice for the most part.
Yeah, I just didn't know after all these years if you're just like, God, I'm sick of waking up and doing this. I feel like I hear more complaining about with the COD guys about, like, is the schedule crazy?
There's a lot more taxing as a COD player. You wake up a lot earlier, and you play like a little longer, and then you watch theater for a lot longer. Yeah, it's especially if you aren't seeing immediate results in COD, you can definitely get driven crazy very fast.
Who's been, I mean, I don't even know if this is an appropriate question. Who's been your duo on this roster? Or is it kind of like a team collective?
Yeah, I don't think I really had a duo this whole year. Which is fine. Like, I'm not going to say Brad was my duo either. Like, Brad was my best friend, you know? But I'm not going to say like we were some sort of like in-game duo. I don't think I really had an in-game duo this whole time I've been playing Halo. I think it's more just like a team collective, you know?
Yeah. With your obviously frustrated after the event, some anger, are you just sort of, because it's not like we got you on here and we're expecting for you to do a LeBron James decision, but with where your state of mind is right now, are you just kind of feeling it out? You're going to wait a few weeks. COD's going to come out. You'll play that a little bit. Then soon enough, you'll make a decision about what your future is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'd be great already for you guys to like, you know, get an answer from me and be able to use it in the thumbnail, but I don't have an answer.
Oh, yeah, we'll still put it in the thumbnail and clickbait.
Formal final decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with what team I get for Halo next year. You know, like I'm only going to play Halo again if I feel that I have a team that's going to win every single event. And like I've talked to players obviously already, or players have talked to me. You know, like great players that, you know, aren't really happy with their situation. And like I'm trying to figure out how it could work. Because like, do I think we're going to stay the same team going next year? No. Because like after this many seconds, like there's something wrong, it needs to be changed. And I'm sure all of us understand that and feel that way. Like we expect first, and if you don't get first 6 times in a row, like I'm surprised it's even lasted this long. Yeah, so I mean, I'm only really going to play Halo if I have a team that I think can win every event. I'm not going to go with, you know, a team that I don't have full confidence in that should be getting first every fucking event. So we'll see. I don't know. And if I don't play Halo, then there's other options, you know, like I'm not going to say COD is like the other option where I'm going and competing in COD and hoping someone fucking gets shit on in the CDO and has a spot open for me and I start working my way out. Like that's not true. That would be, you know, I'm not going to say like ideal, but if I were to switch to COD, would I want to compete? I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do. I don't know if I want to be incest watch party every day. I don't know if I'm supposed to just be a content creator and like, you know, stream every day. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of time between, not that much time, but there's a decent amount of time for me to actually decide and pick something. And whether it's the best option, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of up in the air questions.
Is it daunting at all to think about starting? Because in COD, you're not starting over. But if you were to compete elsewhere, if you were to try Apex, or if you were to try Warzone, is it daunting to, has that ever crossed your mind to try something like that?
Yeah,
or is that a little
it's crossed my mind.
Yeah.
You know, like, could I be a Warzone pro? Probably. Could I be an Apex pro? Maybe. But like, do I want to be? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's like when you get there, what would that even look like?
What, exactly. Am I just sitting there just getting like, you know, top 8? Yeah. Like, am I hoping for top 8? Like, I don't know what that looks like. So, like, especially the type of person I am, like, I want to fucking win whatever I'm playing. So it's tough to really just put my finger on something and say that's what I'm going to do next year, and I'm going to try to win here and whatever. Like, I'm more of a go with the flow, but once I land on something, I become really passionate about it and try to do my best at it. So I don't know, we'll see.
Oh yeah,
damn.
I don't know.
This is because this is actually, I mean, I'm sure you kind of get it, but it's kind of a big deal. You are it's crazy that you're sitting beside me fucking 13 years later. Because he used to just be the little shit teabagging me and like, I don't know if it was like money 8s, but we were playing like 8s. And then this dude Form was just gunning my shit every fucking time. And he wasn't even teabagging me. And then after the game, it's like, games, from requests and shit, just being super nice.
He was looking up to you like he looked up to Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Roy then Maniac on my list.
Roy, Maniac, and Pistola.
Yeah, those 3.
But it's just crazy, like, that was formal then. And you're right, how you start your career, and it's kind of like you're just sort of happy to be there, even if you get a top 6. You lost the SQ for top 4, so you're like, dang it, maybe next time. And then it's just, you've evolved into to win over the Call of Duty, dominated the fucking scene, came back to Halo, dominated, and even though technically you weren't winning these past 6 events, like you're still fucking on top, and it's just insane.
I remember when the accuracy 1v3 happened, and I saw how like upset everyone was, and then like a day later, you were already making jokes like, "Oh, he's so icy," like stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I was
So
like, oh, okay,
icy.
like I'm actually like, I actually like where Matt's at, because I also saw you for 3 years straight basically eat yourself alive every time you guys lost. And I don't think you're going to be making any "he's so icy" jokes about Halo anytime soon. It seems like
not.
it seems like you're back. It seems very 2017 again, 2018, where you're at right now, which I haven't seen in a while.
Good and bad.
Yeah, I feel like a God squad needs. I mean, I had no idea that, because I was kind of looking at it like FaZe is going to stay the same. I mean, also I know nothing. Obviously, SSG will stay the same. FaZe will stay the same, and it's like
I don't think
it's like I don't know.
I don't think FaZe can stay the same. You think FaZe is going to stay the same?
FaZe won't stay the same.
To be honest, no.
No way.
No.
Which
But
is so
for a second,
surprising.
I was thinking of just like the top 3 will stay the same. It's just like who's going to clutch up next year. But I was like, I don't know if Form was going to play next year. And I had no idea there were already discussions amongst the team.
Oh, yeah.
Especially now publicly, that it's not like anyone's dropped yet. Or it's just like.
Yeah, I mean, I just assume that. And I haven't even talked to any of my teammates yet. I just assume that everyone's on the same page. Like, this cannot keep going the way that it's going. Like, and I don't think anyone's going to be mad about it. I think everyone kind of just understands, like, yeah, it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
You know, like there were certain things that are working. If you're happy with making it to a grand final, you know, I'm sure if Shopify made it to a grand final every single event this year, they'd be chilling. They're like, yeah, we're almost there.
Next year we got
we got the shit. But that's just not where we're at as a team. Expecting to win and not winning for 6 events straight, 2 worlds included, it's like, yeah, something's got to change.
Who's some players from this year that kind of impressed you?
Cycle, last shot. Druck, actually.
Keyboard Kid.
Wu-Tone? Suppressed, yeah.
Press got a lot better.
What about Wu-Tone?
Wu-Tone obviously is incredible to
That's
watch.
my favorite player.
I said, so yesterday on the OpTic Pod, Ant was on it, and Hector asked, if you're Formal, who do you build? What's your team? And he said Frosty, Renegade, and Suppress. That's what he said. And I had never even heard of Suppress.
Wait, who?
Frosty, Renegade, and Suppress.
Who's making that team?
Me.
Ant as Formal.
Oh, Ant as Formal. Frosty, Renegade, and Suppress?
I don't even know. I was like, what the fuck? So that's what he said.
I'm not going to give you my potential teams of what I'm thinking, because it's like a little too much, but yeah, I have some.
That makes sense.
I mean, you've already gave enough.
Yeah, no, I definitely have some ideas that could be rosters that would win every single event. Whether or not the contracts allow it is another thing.
Yeah. So are you looking at it like, I'm down to compete if this kind of fucking team can get formed? I'd be super confident in all these players.
Yeah, exactly.
But then if it doesn't,
then it's like that completely affects my decision of whether I'm going to be playing Halo. You know.
Yeah, if it doesn't, you won't play Halo. Do you have any idea? Do you know where you'd be or are you just going to feel it out as it goes, or do you kind of have
I don't really have a backup plan necessarily. Yeah. Like, if this doesn't happen, then I'm going to this. It's just like, you know, like there's always the Seth Watch Party availability. There's always, you know, just becoming a content creator, streaming whatever I want, being part of Seth's streams every day. Like, a lot of it involves Seth, my post-competing career.
Oh, Zinni's not going to like that. He's already made that known.
Yeah, I mean, like, Seth's always gonna be my best friend. Like, you know what I mean? And Seth feels the same way. He always texts me after I lose, you know, and tells me, like, you know.
To be fair, I was gonna text you, but I was like, I don't know if you'd want to see my name pop up right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have minded it, depending on what you said.
Because it was
depending on what you said.
Just an emoji,
just choke with the silver medal.
The little silver medal.
Yeah, fuck.
No, I would never do that, man. It was tough sitting here watching, because we are genuinely not only fans of you as a person, but obviously we are fans of you as a gamer, because you are, not to fucking hype you up too much, but you are one of the elites. You are the Scump, you are the Crim 6, you are the Formal, you are the
Yeah.
Just say
I mean, there's so
just say
few
karma
that
if
like
you're
you
gonna say
can't.
it.
I can't even go off keep naming people because there's so many few people like you. And I don't know if is there anything else you want to get off your chest or
really, that was probably a lot of it.
You feel better?
Not really.
I was like, it doesn't look like
Not
you
really.
feel
Like the same things I'm ranting about now. I've ranted to my girlfriend. I've ranted to players on Sunday night. I've ranted, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried not to talk too much this podcast. A few podcasts ago, we did one with Shotzi, and I was just talking the whole time, and the comments fucking annihilated me. It was. So
who won the J. Cole? Who won the Kendrick Drake beef?
I would say Kendrick, but it doesn't matter to me.
Who gives a shit, man?
Like I'm not getting into a car full of my friends and playing, you know, like anything but Drake. Probably, like. I'm not walking away from beef like fuck Drake, you know, like
yeah,
still my favorite artist. I mean, who cares at the end of the day? It was cool for the rap scene, and it was cool to spectate the whole thing unfold, you know, waiting for the new song to come out, and you're like, holy shit, let's give this a listen. And
we should have had you on the flight. There was by far everyone loved that month of the Flycast. It was everyone's
that
favorite
rap
month.
beef shit.
Yeah,
we should have had more guests giving their opinions because we kept giving ours,
and we were getting
like I'm trying to
annihilated.
I'm trying to downplay Kendrick shit so hard, and I'm just getting fucking verbally annihilated in the like people in the comments calling me pedo and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? Because I like Drake's raps in the song better, and now I like Little Children. And I'm just like, crazy. What the fuck? So we had to take a little break from that, but.
Then we became a political podcast last week. It was great.
No, I'm sure that one.
I've been reading my Bible and shit lately.
Oh yeah, you're in your Jesus arc.
Yeah, I need you to lead me the way, or lead. Is that the fucking sentence? Lead the way.
Yeah.
Help lead the way to me in my Bible app. I don't know what's been going on with me, but it genuinely, and I never thought this would sort of happen, but I have been sort of like diving into that world.
Good.
Kind of scary.
What's scary?
Just diving into the whole fucking religious world.
Because are you going back, or you never had it?
I never had it.
That's interesting.
So it's like
you're
well,
brand
I
new.
read
You're
the
learning.
shit, and I'm like, yeah, bro, you were really beside Jesus, writing down his quotes and shit. So I'm like, I can't read this shit. But then they'll spit a bar, and it's like an affirmation or something. I'm like, that's real. That's real gangsta shit right there. Like,
and then you look it up, find a graphic, and you're like,
post this on Instagram. Yeah. But like, there's little I guess, scriptures. I just call them bars. Like, there'll be little bars in the Bible where I'm just like, that's some fucking real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm that's just where I've been at with it. So we'll see where this goes.
You'll have to keep us updated.
Yeah, if like you guys want to join the Bible app, I'll send y'all friend requests.
Wait, you have the Bible app?
Yeah.
And
it's not the same as like a hardbound Bible.
No, yeah.
Well, the Bible app, you can maneuver through the fucking thou, shalt, wilt, not.
Okay,
and all that language, and you can kind of just like get to the good stuff. I don't want to hear the story about John sent his baby.
Isn't that the whole point of the Bible?
That's the whole point
of like learning the story and shit.
Yeah. You get the stories. You get the stories, and then you learn.
Like,
the stories
like Bible
teach you.
app plus TikTok, like plus, like, are you like just swapping back and forth?
See, I don't know where I'm at mentally.
Are you getting Bible TikToks yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
You're making some strides.
Yeah, there's some progress there.
My algorithm's stepping up in that fucking aspect, but I don't know. It's just something I've been diving into lately. It's just a little something different. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
There's a Bible app. Is it like is there social media on it?
No.
You said you send a friend request.
Well, you can have friends and share verses and scriptures, and it's like that.
Yeah. Start a group, OpTic Run Club on.
I bet Blake's on it.
I don't think so. Blake's he's traditional. He's got hardback covers.
Anything you plan on doing in the off season? Like,
not really. I mean, playing COD, I guess. Like, you know, when it comes out, that'll be fun.
Hit the gym,
maybe. Yeah.
Kick off tournaments.
Because I know we've had some talks, and you're just like, bro, I just want to lock in a few months. I feel like because I've seen you do it before. If you just lock in for a few months, like, you can lose a ton of weight. Feel so much better mentally.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And I feel like the off season would be a time to do it.
I agree.
Cold plunge.
So I'm always down. If you're bored, we got some time. I'll drive up to you. We can work out or something.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say, as long as I can IRL stream it.
Oh yeah, I've been IRL streaming my gym sessions. God damn, it gives me so much anxiety. Because I'm sitting there with a fucking tripod. People are just staring at me. First off, they look at my body and they're like, you should not be recording yourself. Like, who the fuck are you to be recording yourself?
Yeah.
And it's just dudes in front of me, behind me. I'm talking in chat. Music's blasting into the fucking stream. It's
hectic.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer that fucking can last. But
hell no. My anxiety would not let me.
Yeah, no, it's
I couldn't even.
It's
I barely even vlogged in public. I
It's
can't imagine
fucking tough.
streaming in public.
Yeah,
what do you just waiting on COD 6 to come out?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm gonna play Valorant next couple weeks. We'll see. Am I gonna get on Halo in the next couple weeks? Probably not.
Damn.
But I do want to play the new COD. Just get something new.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
All right.
We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Well, amazing
Mm-hmm.
insight.
And
from you.
crazy insight.
I learned more. You said some stuff today that I didn't think was going to be said. And to be honest, it's really good having you on here and seeing your actual mindset right after, I guess you could say, tough season.
Yeah, it's still fresh.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, we
while
should
it's
have-
still
we should
fresh in
have
your
you
mind.
back
You
on
see
in
the
like a
raw
month.
emotions.
Have Matt back on in like 2 months, then we could just talk about like fun shit,
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
candy and
Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you so much for joining. The people will appreciate this. And trust me when I say the people appreciate you. And we love sitting on the watch parties and watching you. We're proud of you. The best is yet to come.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah,
Matt Craig, play that outro music.